Has the Labubu obsession grown too far? What?
We gotta get our heads out of our asses, please. This is nuts. Yeah, we have some Labubu.
What the fuck?
This is a Labubu doll, and it is just the latest viral collector trend to take over the world. This cute and slightly scary looking doll is in the hands of celebrities. It's getting unboxed online for millions of viewers, and it has now made the creator of this business a billionaire. But while
Oh my God.
this is objectively impressive, of course, it is not exactly a unique story anymore. Just a few months ago, we had people stampeding Targets to get Stanley water bottles.
We haven't had people. It's the same group of people every single time, okay? Everybody knows this.
Influencers spending millions of dollars on Pokemon cards, and you can probably think of a few dozen other examples of things that people collect. But it just seems that this trend of collecting is getting faster and faster.
This is gonna be maybe a really hot take, but I think collecting things is like almost a mental disorder. I think it's weird. Like buying all of the consumer products of a certain type. I just like, I mean, when I was a little kid, right, I wanted to have like Mario figurines and stuff like that, but I was like 9. Like now, people make collections of stuff, and I'm like, why do you? What are you doing? What? I guess, and look, and I could say this, but look at my mount collection. But the thing is, I'm not doing that anymore, and I can look back and be like, oh, that was fun, but it was dumb.
Organizing baseball card coins or something in your basement.
Collecting coins is different because people do this as appreciating assets. If you are collecting things in order to, you know, hold on to them so they will appreciate in value, that is a different issue than people that are just collecting Funko Pops or Labubus. I thought the guy saying Labubu was like, he just made up a funny name for bullshit. I didn't know this was a real thing.
Throwing hands outside of stores to get their hands on a plastic doll.
This happens all the time.
And not like young kids, you know, at the playground throwing hands, like grown adults exchanging fists. And
they just do that because they're scalpers and they want to sell them online. I mean, it's just like them selling anything. It's not really a big
This
deal.
is happening while climate change destroys the planet. We set new records for loneliness, financial instability, and general dissatisfaction with how life is going. And
here's the thing, is that I don't know if he's going to cover this or not, but it's a well-established phenomenon that a lot of people in times of financial and emotional distress and turmoil end up spending more money on stupid bullshit. They do. They spend more money on it then during a recession.
Is that a coincidence? Absolutely fucking not.
Jesus. How Labubu ruined collector culture.
So a few months ago, I watched a video from our friends over at Answer in Progress about this doll. And the only thing I could think of was those bloody Stanley water bottles. Like, I know that one is a water bottle the size of your head and the other is a kid's toy that's giving some real, like, Chucky vibes, I guess. But
they're the exact same. They're stupid collector's items for people that have more money than sense to collect because they have nothing other than that in their lives.
Around these two trends. Feels the same. And I would know, because on this channel, we have covered a lot of the biggest consumer trends that have last 4 years. You may have seen some of them.
Yeah,
if you're
I like
a subscriber to this channel. So I think we can probably say confidently that the interesting collecting stuff is going away anytime soon. But now I'm going to give you my sort of personal perspective on this subject as an anti-collector.
Yes.
My life to not really collect stuff. The only thing that comes even remotely close to that is a collection of pottery that is in our house, but really that is all led by my wife. And one of the only ways that we've really been able to justify owning an absurd number of mugs is because we use them on a daily basis. They are a practical object for us.
Yes, exactly. Like, I collect money. That's one of the things that I like collecting. Other than that, what else do I collect? I like collecting money. That's about it.
Pretty rare amongst collectors. My wife just looked at me and then whispered the words Beanie Babies because as she rightfully points out, and I suppose I should come clean on, I did collect Beanie Babies as a kid.
Yes, whenever you were 9. We all did, because we were 9. Of course, I remember the golden age before 9/11, okay? Before the Twin Towers, the year is 1999 or 2000, and McDonald's is doing a Happy Meal collaboration with Beanie Baby. My mom and I are going to McDonald's. It's on Fox News primetime that the new Beanie Babies at McDonald's are out, and we're going there to get them, okay? And yes, we collected Beanie Babies because we were 9.
And that is embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
We were 9.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So we did find an article that was written by an actual professor on the subject, and he seems to know what he's talking about. And he gathered 3 basic reasons as to why we collect stuff as a society. Institutional collecting and the associated appropriation of culture, which I interpreted as the way that we preserve history.
I think that's a structural thing, the way the museums are. He's making a cultural critique, not an individual one. That makes sense. Obviously, we should try to critique and collect and keep artworks, obviously.
Typically at like an institutional level, like a museum.
Yeah,
the particularities of the wealthy collector market.
True.
So this is like using it as a wealth tool, buying and trading.
People
stuff.
diversify assets and they put their value in fine art, things like that. Yeah, he's totally right about this.
Think about art and whatnot. Individual collector as a psychological oddity, which is all to say that some people are just weird and like weird stuff, I guess. That's my favorite category. So he elaborates on this a lot more in the full article. But basically what he's saying is that a collection can be a means of accumulating wealth, of retaining some sort of cultural tradition, or a connection to a community that you find interesting. A full manifestation of the collector culture is one that does all 3 of those things.
Of course.
Now this made a lot of sense to me, but I was also not surprised to learn that collections became a lot more popular after the advent of the internet.
Of course, because it made people more mentally ill. I believe that. I don't need any evidence for that. I believe it.
Internet took something that humans have always done and just made it faster and more problematic.
Yeah.
Today, more and more people are collecting, and they're collecting more and more things. And this is most common, particularly amongst younger generations. As a millennial here, I have to clarify that younger generations means like Gen Zs, which are like people that are just coming out of high school now,
26,
or kind of like in university, not like young people, like kids, because this is actually not a story about kids collecting toys. It's about adults collecting toys.
Yeah, see, this is the fucking, this right here, bro. That's the way I feel. You need to stop. This is enough. We've had enough. That's literally you if you shave your head. I know that, but I'm not unboxing dolls.
No way. Sorry.
But more importantly, the act of collecting has changed a lot. Collecting used to happen over the course of your lifetime. If you happened to find something that you liked or you were really interested in it, you would buy it. And you'd maybe hit some garage sales now and then for a specific thing that you had in mind. Creating a collection was an organic process. One that
you have a collection of vacuum cleaners. You remember what I was talking about, like the 2% of people that like could be institutionalized? If you own more than 23 vacuum cleaners, you're going to an we're gonna put you you're going somewhere else immediately right now.
Cultivated over years of having this one weird little niche interest. This is like the original treasure hunt experience that modern consumerism tries to replicate today.
That's the problem though, right? Is the treasure hunt experience doesn't exist anymore because it's all fabricated and totally fake. Like whenever whenever Goku's collecting the Dragon Balls, he's doing it so he can bring somebody back to life. When somebody's collecting all of the pieces of I don't know, some scroll that was destroyed in the burning of the Library of Alexandria, he's doing it for a reason. There's a purpose for it, right? But like, yeah, but there's no purpose for this. This is just it. What I find to be so soulless about modern day collecting is that I think that collecting things becomes kind of interesting whenever it's something that wasn't meant to be a collectible. But you're doing this and it's meant for, it's like they're saying, hey, does anybody have a mental disorder? You do? Do you have $50? Okay, give it to me. That's it. Yeah, you never even play with them. Yeah, it's weird. Magic the Gathering? Yes, but Magic, at least there's a function that you use the cards for, right? You can play with the cards. About coin collectors, collecting for investment purposes is totally normal. I am talking about weirdos that collect stupid, annoying, modern-day trend items just because they're compulsive. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, you know, the guy that leads one of the cartels in South America who's collecting all of the fine art from some European painter, okay? That guy's based, minus maybe the beheadings. But besides that, that's based. But the problem is doing it with these stupid little fucking Funko Pops. Or it's like Funko Pops are boring now, and now they're doing Labubus. This sounds like something that you give a toddler. Oh, wait, it is.
This is, I think, quite literally a product of our internet-dependent culture. Yeah. Just like in the past, collecting cards or coins or whatever was a way for you to connect with other people who also collect cards.
Like, I used to collect Magic cards, but I didn't collect them. I just simply bought them from people so I could sell them for more money. This is like an asset transfer. It's not like I have to get all of these items.
But the internet has changed fundamentally.
Pop Mart Mega Space Molly San Reno Pop Mart Mega Labubu Sketch $1,000. $1,000? The thing is that anybody who thinks that they're going to make money in a resale market is a retard. You're just a fucking retard. Like, yes, obviously sometimes people get lucky, but in a general sense, the people that actually understand how to take advantage of a resale market, like, so did you know that you can actually 3D and through some sort of imaging, I don't know how exactly, figure out which cards are in a pack of cards before you open up the pack? Like, the guys that you're competing against, you're not going to make any money in this situation unless you just happen to get lucky. It's wait, am I right? Yeah, exactly. Like, there's plenty of things, too.
One part of the collecting experience, and that is the resale market. Because according to our academic friend we referenced earlier, in the past, people who collected stuff generally thought of as mildly disturbed cranks who have an inexplicable need to gather large numbers of items few others deem interesting.
That's right.
Basically, they were fucking nerds. But today, that has completely changed. The whole concept of flipping or reselling is like a side hustle that you can find all kinds of content online about how to get yourself started.
Yep.
Nowadays, collectors' items are not being bought by collectors, they're being bought by investors and traders.
Which, by the way, Logan Paul's investment into this Pokemon card probably made about as much money as his investment in the crypto zoo. That's it. This shit, nobody's gonna buy this shit. Nobody cares about this. Maybe you're gonna make 80% of your money back.
Make a quick buck off of somebody else's perceived value of those things, who, for the most part, end up being other traders and investors. Yeah. And while this has always been a thing, the internet has really just rocket launched this into a viable financial resource.
You just admitted you were a trader? Yes, I was, and I memorized the price of every single Magic the Gathering card, and I knew how much they were specifically, and I would never buy the packs in order to make the money. I would buy the cards specifically wholesale from people at my school because they didn't have the prices memorized for every single item, and I did. I said this before, super smart. It's not... Really, I just memorized the prices of some cards. It's not fucking complicated.
The whole concept of
it's not like you have to be a wizard to memorize a price of a card.
Taken to the absolute extreme. We considered making a video about NFTs, but it feels like the market has already died or something.
98% of NFTs are dead? There's no way it's that low. Only 0.2% have returned profits to investors. Who could have predicted this? Besides everyone.
We're not really that up to speed with those things, so we didn't make it. But if you do want us to make a retrospective video about the death of NFTs or something, let us know. Maybe you could go down that rabbit hole.
This is your ape. Are we debuting it?
It's really cool.
Oh my God. We will never recover from COVID. I thought it would be 5 years, and it's been 5 years. People think it will be 10 years. I think it will be never.
But Labubu is like the full manifestation of all the tools that companies can use to manipulate you into buying something that you don't need, and it is honestly kind of impressive. The UK has recently had to stop selling these things entirely because people were assaulting each other trying to get one. And it
Again, this is so, remember when I was talking about how I wanted to put a lot of people in jail? This is one of the groups of people, like anybody who's getting in a fight over scalping collector items to sell to, you know, bored middle-aged women. You go to jail. You go to jail for that. Nope, no more.
Represents a broader fever around these things that I think is kind of wild. Fans have been cited saying resellers ruin everything, insinuating that the resale culture around these dolls is a main reason why they're constantly selling out, which is in turn angering crowds. And at first I was kind of like, come on, man, like, is this really that big of a deal? But apparently, people are buying out these toys.
These two guys bought all 10 and then started to resell them at the machine.
And on top of this, the resale market has actually gotten so crazy that Lafufus, fake Labubus, are being sold to—
Oh my God. They're knockoff Labubu. What is this? This is the kind of stuff that, like, you buy your kid if you want your kid to know that you don't actually love them. It's like you have like one kid and, like, for whatever reason you don't like him. You buy him one of those. Everybody else gets a Labubu. He gets a Lafufu.
And as Sabrina talks about in their video, even without all the added drama, the experience of buying one of these toys is genuinely something else. If you haven't seen her video, you should definitely go.
It's just what's in the box. You open the box and you buy. And this is the thing, is that my mom did this. She was really into collecting. You know what she liked collecting? Everything. That's right. So, and she would do this on Amazon with my money. And and I gave her my card. I said, hey, my stream does really well. Have fun. And I don't regret a single cent. It was money well spent in my mind. However, holy shit, what the fuck am I going to do with all this stuff? Oh my God. And so anyway, she would buy things off of Amazon, and by the time they arrived, she'd forget what they were. So it's like every 3 days was like a new, like, mini Christmas event. Oh, what's in this? Oh yeah, I remember this. I ordered this a while ago. Really, it was insane. And then I had my girlfriend living here at the time, my ex-girlfriend living here at the time, and she's also ordering a bunch of bullshit. Every day I would open the fucking door, there'd be 5 packages from Amazon. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing? You're buying all of this shit.
But what she is experiencing is a new kind of marketing that is becoming increasingly common within the collectibles world specifically. These Labubu toys come in boxes, and the boxes themselves don't actually tell you what's inside them. They tell you the odds for each toy that might be in the box, and this is known blind box. See, this is just another layer on top of the tried and true playbook of psychological tricks to get people to buy stuff, right? Limited colors and special editions that we saw from water bottles, the collaborations with other big recognized—
I mean, if somebody likes the thing and they want to get, like, the problem isn't like just buying one of them and thinking it's cool, right? I mean, I have this, right? I bought this. Do I need this? Yes, but really no. And so, like, but I thought it was nice, but I don't have like 50 of them, right? There's just one. That's it. I bought one. And then I have this one a girl gave to me. This one I got from Elden Ring. And to be fair, I did also buy, all right, I bought 2 of them. I bought 2 of them over the past 20 years. Okay? I think I've got a really good ratio. That's it. You kept it? Yes, I kept it. If I threw it away, she would have got mad. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
And these big announcements of an impending drop to build anticipation and excitement from shoppers
one per
that we see from the fashion world. And this latest feature is pretty well gambling.
It is.
So the idea of a blind box, a product that you buy without actually knowing the contents, is not totally novel either, of course, but it is easy to see why these things are so popular. There is something truly thrilling about not knowing what you're gonna get.
Not to me.
I'll be happy with any of them except that fuck-ass Christmas tree. I don't like that one.
Please, please, please get the Christmas tree. Please get the Christmas tree.
All the other ones I think are very cute.
Okay, that's funny. I give you that. That's funny.
Character from a set and just not being sure whether or not this is going to be the one. The unboxing experience becomes something special and exciting for people, right?
Oh my God, bro. Like, this guy, by the way, bro, you don't give a fuck about this. You don't give a fuck about this. You're just trying to farm these girls. You're trying, I see you. You're wearing nail polish, like, bro, you're grinding so hard to farm these girls. You need to stop, man.
Because you want something. And now you have this moment of sort of limbo.
Don't tell me she was doing this shit too. You know what I should do? I should buy 10 of these and then set them on fire. The end of the it's an unboxing stream, and at the end of it, I set them on fire. That sounds like how much are these? How much is a Labubu? $250 fucking dollars? This is ridiculous. They're $27, but they're sold out. I think I should do this. I should do a Labubu box opening stream and I shouldn't even look up. Maybe I could have somebody that knows it react to it and tell me how much they're worth. And then at the end of it, I just burn them all. No matter what.
Now, we unboxed one of these things on our Patreon podcast just to get a sense of what it was like. And even though we're not particularly emotionally invested in the outcome, it was still pretty fun.
Which one's this guy? We got Peepo.
Peepo, let's go. Peepo represent.
Peepo, the Monsters Classic series, sells for $56 on eBay. So we may be getting a almost double our investment on this.
It's listed for $56. That's all. It's not selling for $56. It's listed.
The unboxing experience has been designed to be something special and exciting for people. And unlike a lottery ticket, you actually have something to show for it at the end, regardless of whether or not it's the one that you wanted. But imagine if you were really invested in a particular outcome. You have an idea of a particular toy that you're excited about. Suddenly, this unboxing experience can be like a highlight of your week or month or year.
We're going back in. We're going back inside. What are the odds that I get the same one twice, right? It's gonna be fine.
I didn't say that.
And this stuff is popping up everywhere. We found an article for the 25
that's funny though.
Best blind box gifts that you could buy a person. I didn't even know that there was that many blind boxes out there. And it turns out that there is a lot of different blind boxes.
Wait, what? So I have to figure out which ones to buy? Well, I should probably buy 3 different styles. I should buy 10 of 3, right? I should buy like the basic one and then the more expensive one, and then I should find the most expensive one. I should buy 10 of those.
Baby cactus blind boxes and capybara, little pig. And then like the further we went along on this, I sort of realized that blind box is just one word for it, but there's also other words for this, right? Like mystery boxes are the same thing, but sort of catered to a more male audience, maybe.
Yeah, but that's also like, I mean, I think all of these are silly. I do. I think they're all silly. I do the same thing with like my P.O. box stuff, but like that's like a community thing. And it's like, is this one a bomb? Let's find out. And so anyway, yeah, garbage groups, it's so silly. And 800, how much is this? $800 mystery box? The only mystery is why the fuck you'd buy it.
The basic idea is to sell people a collection of products or a single product that is exclusive in some way because you don't quite know what it is yet.
Yeah.
And it is definitely working.
The reason why it's working is because millennials there's something wrong with them. Can you imagine what's going to happen with the kids that have had their brains destroyed by galaxy gas or are old enough to have a job? and to like, you know, well, I don't know about graduate college, right? But like old enough to like work somewhere and have like disposable income. That's going to be scary.
Successful. A huge factor of why these things have gone so widespread is because of the cultural landscape that they've been introduced to. 10, 15, 20 years ago, this might not have hit as hard as it did today because shit is pretty fucked up right now, if you haven't noticed.
I think most things are okay. I do. I think that the media portrays this, and this is, this is gonna be a little bit of a fucking thing, right? But I think the media and the entire apparatus of corporate America, consumerism, and everything, and this rabid obsession with like items and objects and things like this stuff, I think that it's like a fucking sickness. And so you have the media that's pushing people into this like constant state of paranoia, turmoil, and, you know, frantic behavior. And then on top of that, you have these companies that are taking advantage of it because these people are so hysterical because they think that at any moment Donald Trump is going to come and arrest them for being, you know, they're like their ancestry is from a South American country, so they're going to arrest them. It's so pathetic, bro. It's so fucking pathetic. And I hate this so much. This is one of the things, like, they wanted me, I'll tell you, I'm not going to get into it, right? But people wanted me to, like, make little figurines and stuff. You want to know one of the reasons why I don't, like, make a lot of merch or, like, figurines or bullshit like this? It's because I think it's fucking stupid. That's the reason why. That's it. It's just fucking stupid. They look cute? No, that's just not me, bro. Like, it's not fucking me.
Are buying these toys as an escape from reality. Fellow YouTuber Shauna Rapari actually has a great video all about how self-help language is being used to promote overconsumption. And it really applies to these collections.
Oh my God. Self-help stuff is being used to promote overconsumption. We are becoming so dangerously close to becoming based. I am so happy. I know it'll never happen, but I can at least imagine.
Grown adults are justifying buying children's toys to heal their inner child. But the thing
heal your inner child. Oh yeah, from the therapy people. Oh wow.
About healing your inner child is that it requires real introspection and like a lot of work to fix that trauma. And buying a novelty toy that you weren't able to buy yourself as a child might feel good for a minute, but it's not going to fix your problem, the need.
No, that's all right. Like if there's something you grew up and you always wanted and you get older and you buy it, then great. Good for you, man. That's awesome. But here's where the problem is. The problem is that you don't need 17 of them. You don't need 35 of them. Just get the thing that you want and then move on.
But it's not just childhood trauma. The demographic that is really into this stuff most is the anxious generation, right? There's literally a book about them that's called that. And this is a lot.
That's exactly right, because they're being fucking psyoped into being mentally ill.
A bunch of people who are chronically online, which makes you feel disconnected and lonely. And these toys bring you this like fleeting, exhilarating feeling that we don't get a lot now.
Makes them forget that their life sucks.
A lot of people today are chronically online, which leads them to be disconnected from their communities and lonely. These toys bring this fleeting but exhilarating feeling of relief from both of those
daily average. Bro, this woman's on her phone for 9 hours. Let me see what mine says. 2 hours. That's about it. That's my job too.
I didn't know which one to get, but this one said classic on it. And so I thought it was kind of like the original Labubu doll. Turns out this is just like the Christmas collection that I bought in May.
And sadly, this is just another of a hobby that has been depersonalized and corporatized by influencers and pop stars. Most people agree that Labubu's popularity stems from K-pop star Lisa featuring it so heavily in interviews and social media and paparazzi and whatnot. And we've seen this before. The recent surge in popularity of Pokemon cards, especially over the pandemic.
And I did this because I was in New York and Ms. Kiff and Nick just wanted to spend all this money. I remember we had conversations and they were like, is it really worth $20,000 to buy a box of Pokemon cards? And everybody was like, yes, it's worth the money. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, obviously, like, we can make money off this stream, but holy fuck, what are we doing? Didn't Soda set one on fire? He did. He did. This is insane. I can't believe, I never did it. I never did that shit.
Pandemic can be partly attributed to Logan Paul and other influencers who were just spending millions of dollars to try and get.
The amount of money that Mizkif and Nick spent on this is too much money. I will just say that. They spent too much money on it.
These super exclusive cards. But I also, like, I don't want you to walk away from this video thinking that you can't spend your money on something silly like a toy, right? Or that it's wrong.
You do whatever you want to do. It's your life and your money. But if you're compulsively buying these shitty troll dolls over and over and spurging out whenever you get one that's worth more than $30, I'm going to think that you're an idiot. And I understand that people will say, well, that's what you do with gacha games. Like, yes, that's true. It absolutely is true. But here's what the difference is that whenever I'm off stream, I'm not I do it for content, right? But like, I can't imagine doing this legitimately.
To buy an item that you intend to preserve in its original state. We're not going to try and cancel the 5,000-year-old industry of art collecting, for example. But this boom in collectors feels hollow because it's not necessarily resulting in more collector communities. No. Like these
it's the same people doing it, and they view collecting as basically asset. They view collecting as just collecting assets. That's all. They're asset collection. That's all.
But if you are a collector, please let us know in the comments if this kind of thing is happening, because we did try and find answers for that question and we couldn't really find it because, as we said, there's not a lot of studies on collector culture for some reason.
Because they don't want people to know. They don't want people to know that anybody that's doing this shit's crazy, bro. Like, I love this guy. I do. I think this guy's fucking amazing. Give me 1 second. Somebody sent me a video of something that's very upsetting. Yeah, collecting's been a thing forever. Yes, you know who used to do collecting? The village, the village mystic that would talk to trees, okay? And you know what he would collect? Sticks. So, that's the difference, all right? Labubu figurine sells for over $150,000. A human-sized Labubu figurine. How's this human-sized?
500
100.
在现场报价4000、5000、22000，在网络价位1万8。
What kind of human is
It's
that? A
sold for
hobbit?
1.08 million yuan, which I believe is a record. Definitely a world record for a Labubu sculpture. But I think the price will go even higher in the future, because it's truly a non-standard art piece.
Just buy real estate. Come on.
Collectors would have thought long and hard before offering such a price for this work of art.
Yeah.
I think pop art has been around for quite a long time and it has built a solid foundation, and its market cap is about the same as Sanrio now. I think it's about to surpass them. I think it should be able to retain its value if it keeps developing new products. And Labubu has always been there before, and not just recently. It's just that it became popular recently.
I think the first thing is that it has a little bit of playfulness and quirkiness, a little bit of rebelliousness, this kind of intellectual property image. Secondly, it's co-branded with major intellectual properties such as Mario and various countries.
I don't know, guys. We gotta do something about this. We gotta do something. It can become unpopular too. I know, man. Like, this is just, bro, 35? They're 35, the same age as I am.